why do you have the need to fix people? Like, why do you have the burning sensation in your soul to save everyone? Like, why have you decided that you are going to spend your life putting all of your energy into other people's problems and dramas and giving advice and advice and advice? Like, why do you sit there day in, day out, having people around, listening to their drama and just giving advice after advice after advice after advice, so much that it's exhausting? Like, why are you happy to sit there and spend hours trying to fix somebody else, and then they leave, even though you had a glimmer of hope that you might have helped? They leave and then they come back a week later and their drama's exactly the same. And you know what you do? You put the kettle on, you sit down, and then you invest all your time again by giving them advice after advice after advice, and the cycle just carries on and carries on. Do you want to know why? Because I've got the secret. You love it. You love that cycle. You love that they're not going to take your advice and they're going to be back here on my sofa next week. Shall I tell you why? Because it makes you feel needed. It makes you feel wanted. It makes you feel like you've got a purpose, like you've got a job. Like, that friend can't lose you because you're the person that literally sorts their life out with them. Like, why would they ever stop being friends with you? It makes you feel like you're not going to lose these people. You're not going to lose these relationships, even if it comes with your own time at the expense. It's toxic. It's actually really, really, really toxic, and it's draining. It's draining to think the only way that you can have proper connection and relationships with people is if you invest so much time into sorting their own life out that it gives you a purpose, and that's the only way the connection will happen. The only way you think you'll get love, the only way you think you'll feel deserving of it, the only way you think you'll get friendship, the only way you think your people will be proud of you or they'll need you is by giving loads of advice, but giving so much of yourself, time that you could be giving to yourself. But no. Let's give it to everybody else, even though they're dealing with their own shit. There's a reason why they want the advice and the reason why they don't take it. But there is a way to keep supporting people, but also harnessing real connection and not having to do anything for it, because that is essentially what real relationships are based off. You don't have to do anything for it, you know. You don't have to be everything to everyone to be able to get love and be able to make friends and be able to keep your parents close or be able to keep your family close. Like, that's not right. That's just something along the line that we have told ourselves, that we need to be something to somebody for them to be able to love us. But that's not true. You just need to be you. And I have a solution on how you can still be you and still be supportive. Because I'm assuming that even though we want to save people, and even though you really want to help people and fix people, it's not just about needing to be needed. You are a kind person. You don't want to just rip the support off completely, because, you know, you do support people, you do support friends. So I have the answer, and it's not going to be easy for somebody like me as well. I'm self-proclaimed the voice of reason for my friends, but there is a way that you can do it. So it's very simple, but it's not always the easiest for people like me and you. It's active listening. It's actively listening to your friends when they come with you with any sort of problem. It means that you don't sit there and try and fix it. You don't sit there and try to think what you're going to say next. You don't sit there and try and say the right thing. You don't sit there and point out all the red flags about the man that she's been talking to. You sit and you actively listen. You let them know you're there. You let them know that they're heard. You let them know that they can rant and rave as much as they want. I'm not going to sit here and give advice, but I am going to be someone to listen to. And we can come to the conclusion that way, and you can do whatever you think is best for your situation. But I am not here to fix and save everything. And you know what? You have to do it. You need to do it if you want to start having real connection with people and building a better relationship with yourself. Because the more you do it, the more you'll realise, like, oh, they're still my friends even though I've stopped giving them loads of advice. They still want to hang out with me even though I've stopped giving them advice. It's mad because they're still calling me, asking me to go out even though I didn't give them advice. Who fucking knew? Who knew? Who knew that people will still be there for you and still want you in their life even if you're not saving them? You have to do this. Trust me. It's a journey I'm going on as well. But nobody has made you the psychiatrist for all your family and friends. And like, who do we think we are? Coach of the year, Tony Robbins? No, we can't just suddenly just start giving loads of advice out with no qualifications or no experience, and we're just going to apparently fix and save everybody's life. Like, who do we even think we are? So practice active listening and watch. Everyone will still be there. You're not going to lose anyone. And if you do lose them, then they really weren't good friends at all, and you do not need them.